Hello, guys, and welcome back to the SA DPC. We're here with the last. What did Gareth call it? Gareth, can you help me out? What was the word used? It was really good. Scheduled? No. Proper regulation. Thank you. I can't hear you, Gareth, so I just came up with it. It was so clever. The last regulation match of the season. As we still have one tiebreaker match no matter what, and it might be Beastcoast who's playing that match depending on what happens in this second draft. Guys, the option, Bowie, that you proposed of giving your carry something he's kind of comfortable with, I guess giving him a good lane or whatever, did not really work out. You were right about the Juggernaut 47% win rate, though. That really did show. But what is the option now, Bowie? How do you carry this carry?
How do you carry the carry? I don't know, man. I just feel like they didn't go all the way to enabling the guy. Like, sure, you gave him last pick, but then you leave the guy alone. You pick a hero he's not that great at.
Okay.
I think you like obviously Terror. What was the last two bans? It was Terrorblade plus I don't remember the other one that Thunder took out. But maybe give him like a harder carry. Just like actually let him carry instead of having like the Timber cleaning the dead lane. He was farming a lot on that Timber, and I think he did a lot also. But you know, it is a trade-off at the end of the day.
So you think he should go to like a hitting creeps carry, kind of like very basic attack ground, like Medusa style?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I like that proposition. RDO, how do you carry a carry?
By the end of conversation, he's probably gonna play Monk King against Timbersaw.
Is that good?
First pick his hero.
It's fine. You have a good lane because you have sustain. You can deny creeps at the beginning if you get Jingle Mastery.
Nice. That all seems like good positive. So why are you laughing at that, RDO?
Because you guys are like, oh no, give him Terrorblade, give him Medusa, and the Monkey Kings has already been picked.
I see RDO is fighting back after the bullying on the panel. I feel fair enough. RDO. I take it. Thunder Awaken is once again playing that TA you loved so much. What is the strategy against this? The Thunder Awaken TA. How do you deal with it?
You need to have some. You either have some strong mid-game team, early to mid-game team fight, so you can match the TA aggression with Deso and her team, or you have a lot of split mechanics. So you cut waves and you delay the game once TA gets sages. Because once TA gets sages, it's all about snowballing with the first stages and farming and taking out map from enemies. But if you cut the waves, they cannot really get into tier 2 towers, and you can prolong the game for you to hit your timings.
Okay, I like that idea. Bowie, if we move on, if we add to that, right? Is it possible to get like a Whisper Puck, perhaps? You know, those classic lane cutters I used to play a lot, the end heroes in the offlane?
No, it's banned. So unfortunately.
Okay, so well, thank you for that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you were very happy about a puck, but it is
I was
first
very
base banned
excited about
twice.
this. Yeah.
Yep. I do feel like one hero that we saw in the last game for Thunder is actually pretty good against TA. I think Kunkka, just the damage mitigation of Kunkka. Obviously, like he doesn't do a lot of instances of damage or anything, but just being able to like throw the bolt. We actually saw how annoying it was because you had the Wraith Pact of the Weaver with the damage reduction of the bolt, and in like 3 or 4 fights that Weaver just wouldn't die. They throw a lot of spells. So just being able to handle the burst damage with Timber and the TA with a Kunkka, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Okay. All right, I like that idea. It is a Crystallock hero as well, something he feels comfortable with. Mind you, he can play anything, but yeah, it does feel like a good idea. What are there good lane cutters? What can we see in the offlane? That's what I'm questioning. Oh, you know, because I think Whisper is pivotal in this game.
Wave cutters in the offlane. Well, they did take Lash on the side of Beastcoast.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
He's pretty good versus TA and does cut waves. Maybe some like Venomancer was taken out. Yeah, that's kind of. It doesn't really cut waves, but it like you can just clear waves from afar, I guess.
Right.
There's also the Weaver for the Beastcoast team. It's good against Timbersaw. I'm not really sure how is it against the TA, but it also cuts waves with first or second spell.
Okay, yeah, Weaver is an interesting idea. No, I remember the last time I saw Whisper play Weaver though, or has he?
Yeah. I'm not sure if he plays it.
Also,
Crystal
they
made it,
pretty much. I think Argeo is right about the Monkey King, right? There's no flex here. I don't think Rubik's gonna be metal, so it's pretty much confirmed to be a monkey, either mid or carry, but probably carry.
Oh. Well, you know, if it doesn't work if you last pick and you first pick carry, that's the opposite ends, man. Bowie, if it worked really badly last game, it has to work
This
well this
hero
game.
cuts waves, by the way. It's pretty good at cutting
Yeah.
waves. It just 3 duns there, and you bound strike the waves.
That's very true, but he is a much harder hero to execute with a team that you've never played with before, though. Yes.
Okay. So they get this ogre. They're probably gonna get another support here for Thunder.
Now is the time that they pick Kunkka and win the game by default, because it's another TA draft with damage plus teamfight.
Kunkka for Thunder, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, then they steal away from Beastcoast, and that seemed like a good pick from Bowie's proposition as well.
Okay.
Is it okay?
I actually like the Kunkka here because it's good against both supports. It's not like Rubik or CM really do much against Kunkka. They're either gonna get X'd and die, or they're just gonna get cleaved and die.
Could you Monkey King mid though, if they Kunkka, and then give Madara something easier like Epulze?
Yes, you can do that. But I'm not sure if the Monkey destroys the Kunkka mid lane nowadays. It should be a good matchup for Monkey, but once Kunkka get levels plus the rotation, Monkey should die.
Okay. Well, Thunder Awaken is certainly thinking about it. They don't have last pick this time, so Beastcoast will at least have that advantage. Who do you use the last pick on, Bowie? Is it the mid laner or the off lane?
I think the next pick here is gonna probably decide that, but I wouldn't mind giving it to
Okay.
Whisper. It definitely felt like it was even though they did lose that game, he was really playing well. They actually first picked his hero against a Viper, and he still kind of delivered a lot.
Okay. So you think he should be playing the win condition this game?
Yeah, I do feel like that's probably the best case scenario.
I actually think they should pick the Whisper hero on 18 because there are not many offlaners left on the pool. If you check out, there has been 6 offlaner bans already. 5 or 6. So the pool is actually getting smaller. If they ban 2 more offlaners, might be hard for Whisper to last pick a impactful hero on offlane.
That's a good point. I'm gonna pick up Snapfire though on Thunder Awaken. That's their off lane. Sorry, that's their 4 Snapfire. The Kunkka's still available. So would you rather have Kunkka for Beastcoast here, Bowie, or the off lane pick instead to make sure there's no bans?
I actually really like the Kunkka on Beastcoast because it's so good for Thunder, right? That CM, if there's a Kunkka on the enemy team, it's just such a sad game. I think the damage mitigation is really good against the burst damage they have. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the Kunkka. But speaking to what RDO was talking about, I also feel like that's a pretty good point that he has. So maybe a Darkseer here for Whisper?
Well, what is
No,
this?
you
Like, I don't
enabled-
know what to... Oh, the TA. Right, the TA is the Darkseer. Yeah, that
Yeah, I
makes
mean,
sense.
it's decent. You enable the Monkey King with the Iron Shell. You can
Yeah.
pick a melee hero for Sismail later on. There's also a lot of magic damage onto the Timber Saw.
If it was Vitali, he would be playing the Darkseer for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
feel
mean-
like the Darks will get destroyed on the lane because it has a Rubik support to pair with.
Yeah, you telekinesis him back into your Iron Shell, man. Telekinesis him plus vacuum.
What?
You alright?
Hero exists apparently.
New hero, guys. We're seeing a new blue hero. Nice.
Oof.
I mean, he can be a win condition, Bowie. I know the oof, but he can fulfill that role, right? He scales.
He used to scale.
What does he do now? What does he do now?
I mean, he gets more mana, right, with the no talismans. It's
Yes.
That's not bad for a Storm.
It's kind of
I feel
useless.
like they
though.
lack damage. Like, I look at these heroes, and like Storm has a lot of gap close, but then you have the CM that really struggles to follow up. Have this Rubik that has the same problem. I kind of struggle to see how they're gonna take team fights. Like, if the Snapfire on the side of Beastcoast, then like you at least had some sort of follow-up damage.
Right.
It really feels like the Storm's gonna jump in, and he cannot solo kill a single hero there. Everyone's tanky or has some sort of like sustainability spell.
Okay, it's looking very dire for Beastcoast. RDO, I need some light at the end of this tunnel here. What can
Let's
they do
go.
to fix this?
Who Beastcoast?
Yes.
They can last pick I
Can you
Nick...
alt
No. Yes, because I'm on Dota.
The hero
I
list,
alt-tapped
yeah.
Dota. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Phoenix. Let's go Phoenix offlane.
All right, that's actually cool. And Whisper plays this hero, huh?
10 seconds.
I
Yeah.
like that Bowie.
No, it's against Snapfire. You're gonna feed, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, please.
You have the no. You have the Rubik. He's gonna lift the Snapfire. It's fine.
Oh my lord. Yeah.
Oh God, this is not looking good.
That's an old Dark Mao hero, man. They're really scrounging up deep in their pool.
I'm not sure what they can. They can pick Legion for like so Ogre
Yeah.
doesn't bully the TA, but it's not a good pick.
5 seconds.
Like
this a
everything
pop?
that's I feel like everything that's good has been banned already. And another thing to say, they picked TA on 8 and Beastcoast doesn't have a single DPS damage. They only have like spells that deal damage once. So it would be so hard to kill TA because once she presses Refraction, you have to commit so much stuff in order to do damage.
That's why you Phoenix, and then you just trust Storm to stop the Snapfire every single time.
Yes.
Enchantress.
Okay,
Oh
they're
my.
desperate.
Carry Enchantress, guys. Let's go.
No, it's offlane Enchantress.
No. It's gonna be carry because it's Whisper playing it. So
Right, that's true. He's secretly the carry. Do you guys know if Impetus? It's two hits, right, on Refraction?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I suppose it is.
Right. So if you get Impetus and Refraction is 6 charges, 3 Hurricane Pike, you hit him once with Hurricane Pike after Refraction. That's not that bad. That could deal a fair amount of damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. It's
It's a
Wow,
whole 200.
I don't know. I'm a big Beastcoast fan. I want to believe, but this is probably one of the direst drafts I've seen the entire season. I just this Storm, this Crystal Maiden. I cannot. I have to go with Thunder. I don't see hope.
Right. Okay. RDO.
Yeah, I'll also go with Thunder. Like they picked the Storm into a lineup that don't have supports to help with runes. Thunder has Snapfire and Ogre when Beastcoast has CM and Rubik. So Dark Mago will naturally come up better on rune fights, and it's just another TA strat with boost, which is the Invoker Alacrity this time.
Okay, the whole panel goes on the way of Thunder. I do appreciate the effort you guys made, though, and I know you guys got confused. We were watching like live farming because of the amount of straw grasping we were doing, but no, it was still a Dota panel, and that means there's Dota casters waiting here for Beastcoast vs Thunder Awaken game number 2. Thank you, RDO, for cleaning your camera right as we go into game 2. Take it away, Gareth and the Winter.
He's grasping at so many straws. It's Farming Simulator and not Dota 2 Esports here. My goodness. Here we go. Game 2, Beastcoast against Thunder Awakens. Winter, do you share the sentiments of the panel? This is one of the worst drafts you've seen, this DPC from Beastcoast?
Yeah, it's probably not the greatest draft for sure. This draft is going to be pretty hard to play. I mean, last game I felt like they have a solid draft. I mentioned I'd rather be in their draft compared to Thunder. But this game, I can't say the same anymore.
You've got TA draft again, 2 steroids out of Alacrity Bloodlust.
Oh, the courier.
Courier Snipe. They sacrifice the Courier so nobody else dies, right?
I mean, I don't know if they sacrifice the courier, but...
Oh, not necessarily on purpose, but fortune favors the bold.
What was that? It was a solve, right, on the courier?
Yeah, Salve Clarity for the Maiden.
I mean, I feel like their draft is like they are trying to figure out what to do with the stand-in, and everyone else is like, "Give me this hero, I can carry the game. Give me CM, I can carry the game in CM.
I can do it."
The battle begins.
It is, Whisper offlane Enchantress. We've seen a fair amount of this. Position 1, Position 3 Ench come out. She's incredibly tanky if you itemize correctly, just because Untouchable exists. She can output quite a decent amount of damage. I do just worry, though, like, yes, you picked Ench because she's going to be good at being tanky against TA. Then you're against Invoker Timber, who push magic damage towards you, which is going to be incredibly difficult to handle.
It's like they don't know what to do, so they're just all in the laning phase, Okay, if we win, we win, If we lose, we lose it quickly. They have a draft that if they lose the laning phase, the game will be over quick. But if they do at least do well in the laning phase, they have a chance.
Yeah, I can start get that ball rolling. And which lane do you think we should be really looking at here? Where's your first blood prediction?
Probably the Enchantress, yeah. Enchantress Rubik against this TA. It's either they're gonna snowball the lane and destroy the lane, or the TA is just gonna be free farming all the way. I don't see anything in between here, this lane.
No middle ground. Destruction and annihilation only.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna win the lane really hard.
Oh, Whisper trying. He's got himself a nice little range creep. Puck has only 2 last hits early on. Pandamo doing his best just to put his body in there. Soak up some of that harass. Well, what about the top lane then? You don't reckon it could be up here? I guess it's Timbersaw. He's not going to die. But could they play aggressively onto the Maiden maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Maiden is probably one of the weaker ones, weaker supports on the lane. I mean, she did get like a slight buff to the Nova, but she's still so slow, very squishy in the lane. You know, if you catch her with a cookie, she's probably gonna die, you know.
Especially in this top lane raiding always feels really difficult for heroes like Viper and Maiden Pos 5 because there's such a vast open space when you're trying to contest the pull or pull your own small camp. It all gets a little bit messy. But for now, just get a couple of creeps in there.
As Maiden, you kind of don't really like to play against anything that can get close, but they're gonna go on the monkey here. Snapfire gonna initiate with the cookie, do some damage here. Oh, they're gonna salve him.
The shared salve.
200 HP. Yeah, 200 HP salve.
And a shared tango as well. Try and keep Madara's monkey in the lane. Stinger gonna stop the pull across. Does get netted by the troll. Not gonna cause her too many difficulties though. I do just keep peeking down at bottom because Pandamu looks like he's forced away Whisper and Gojira, giving Pakaz this continual safety and free farm to some extent. He's getting what he can. It's not perfect. It's a lot better than potentially it could be. And mid lane
up against Ench. Yeah, mid lane is like the boring lane again.
Yeah, nothing doing that. What are your thoughts on Storm? Because we saw him a lot 2-3 months ago, and then he gets hit with the nerfs. He's not looking too good. He's the worst spirit now, you reckon?
Then I think Void Spirit is probably the best one now. Void Spirit, then I would say probably Ember next, then Storm. For the mid laners, you know, because I mean, if you consider Earth Spirit still a mid laner, but I think even Earth Spirit is still better than Storm right now as a mid laner. Yeah. Storm is just, I don't know, man. The hero is just sad.
Rest in peace, no tallies. See Smile, not going to get his mana burnt. Does walk out of the EMP. Still eyes on his bottom lane. Gojira tagged by the meld. Pandamu can't get close enough for the ignite. Does move on to Whisper, but it is just bullying, not necessarily looking for kill threat. Those Sideblade splashes, though. Gojira's got to be very careful with his positioning.
Yeah, top lane as well. Monkey got so low, you know, from just the nukes.
Oh, there it is. They kill off Gojira.
Okay.
Pakaz with a meld. Finds the Rubik. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Good,
Monkey
man.
was so low.
That ain't good for the Ench. I mean, this TA is gonna. I don't think they can pressure the TA anymore at this rate. Like, he should be able to, you know, Ogre's getting the pull. The wave is gonna go under the tower. The TA is gonna be able to farm quickly, go jungle if he wants to soon.
And see Smile killed by Matthew's rotation. Snapfire comes in with a quick cookie. And Storm Spirit halfway through level 5. It's perfect timing to come and snipe out the Sea Smile Storm. Doesn't have that ball lightning at his disposal just yet. That's going to give Invoker such a great time.
It's going to give him a level advantage as well, so they might be able to get another kill at the catapult wave, because the Storm is not going to be level 6 during the catapult wave. This is going to be huge if they can kill him again.
Yeah, Dark Margot has that urn already, so that's going to start him snowballing if they can pick up a couple of kills to get those charges in him. Smile returns to lane, farms out the small camp. Yeah, he's going to hit level 6 before any action comes his way. But they see Stinger top. Crystal Maiden out in the open. Cookie, Whirling Death, easy pickings. And that's the difficulty with the Maiden in this top lane. As Monkey King, he jumps across on the Snapfire and realizes very quickly that's not where he wants to be because the catapult's hitting his tower.
Yeah, not much you can do to help the CM there. He just got caught way too far out of position. I mean, like I said, CM, you really don't like to play against this kind of like heroes that can reach you, they have a lot of kill potential, and it's very, very difficult, to play CM against that. Storm,
Margot, yeah.
6-minute rune.
Maiden and Storm pairing up onto him, but a good Tornado EMP is going to connect with a Cold Snap. See Smile getting tapped down. The Fade Bolt from Gojira does some damage, but they just can't finish the Invoker off. And now it's the turnaround onto the Storm Spirit. He's completely out of mana. Trying to bottle up as best he can. He's going to skip away from there. Ever so close to death, but Gojira might not be so lucky. Has a lift and he's got his Fade Bolt telekinesis, but the cookie forward Dark Margo is going to hunt him down just to get these urn charges. And Tornado and a few clicks will come through. Scout him with a courier. Look at the snapfire. Matthews put his courier over Gojira. Go on, turn around. Get the courier, I dare you. Wait, it was wasting a lot of time, but Cold Snap comes back up. That'll finish him off.
I mean, if it wasn't for the urn charges, I would say that kill wasn't really worth it, for the amount of time that they spent. Top lane, level 6, Timber. He has the Chakram.
Nice Boundless. Madara heals himself back up to full. That was very nearly a solo kill there, wasn't it?
Yeah, very, very close.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The great thing about this for Thunder, though, is now you've drawn attention towards mid, towards top. Beastcoast eyes are all over the place. And Pakaz, he loves that. Freedom in the bottom lane. Top of the net worth now. After a few struggles in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, they have a very juicy ancient stack, prepared up for him already. Observer wards, defensive observer wards around the triangle. He's gonna be looking to hit there fairly soon, yeah.
And clear out medium cap. 7 minutes in, get some neutral items. Them all flowing into the T8.
Well, he doesn't even feel like he's in a very hard matchup from the lane,
Or the Timber.
He just feels like...
Straight on to Stinger. Monkey King is trying to fight back. Gets his Jingu stacks. Well, that'll be the end of that. Just so quickly they can move. They see the Maiden, and then a second later, she's dead.
And for Beastcoast, they don't really have anyone to play with right now. The Ange didn't really have a dream perfect start. Tower still... He didn't even manage to touch the tower, Like, with Ange off lane, if you don't touch the enemy tier 1 with your catapult wave, you're gonna have a lot of problems in the game. And the other lanes also not having a good time, Storm's not having the best of times. Monkey's also not having the best of time. He's getting ran at again.
Yeah, Monkey King's dying up top. We've got Rubik dying mid, but it's Madara, the bigger ticket kill, that's going to fall even inside his own Wukongs. Dark Mario.
This is going to be quick, man. This is going to be quick.
Yeah, what do you reckon? 20 minutes? Faster?
Probably 20 minutes at this rate. I don't see what they can do, Like, Storm's not... The only hero that can get them back into the game or do something is like the Storm. And he has to try to work together with the Ange to try to make something happen, But unfortunately, it's not going to be easy because the Storm is considerably poor right now at this stage of the game because of the laning phase.
And now the
Ange is trying
top.
to get the tier 1. Yeah, he got the Timber, so I eat my words. He can actually still do something for his team.
He got something. And we know and love Beastcoast over the years for their mid-game magic. There's definitely nothing they can't do when it comes to executing team fights, but losing Panda Moo might be the start of something. Two couple of kills, yeah, for Beastcoast coming out. And Catapult Wave's going to be coming soon for Whisper as well, so that bottom tier 1 not being defended by Thunder could end up being a thorn in their side.
Yeah, it's actually very important that when you are playing against a TA safe lane, you need to have sentries on your lane, because TA safe lane is one of the better carries that can hold the tower, because you can just place traps and just clear out the wave when you go jungle.
Well, they found
They're gonna catch out the Ange.
I've got the kisses, the magic damage they needed. Pick off Whisper. Quite a lot of golden experience going their way because she has sat down there alone for quite some time. Level 8 Ench, handing over tons of goodies to the Invoker. They're trying to connect
Here comes the Storm.
in the jungle. Nice little dodge on the cookie there. Not sure if it was intended, but they'll find Matthew. And Storm Spirit, he's dropping low very quickly. The pop of the wand, the raindrop charges. Dark Mago now arriving, and he's the cleanup crew. They'll gladly give the life of Matthew to kill off C-Smile time and time again. Stinger going to be the bonus. Cherry on top. Maybe denied to neutrals, but not going to work out. Dark Mago with a double. So that's defending their bot tower and getting a kill on the mid-storm.
Yeah, you saw what I was saying before when I mentioned that when they're playing with this stand, everyone else feels like they have to get that extra bit,
Yeah.
especially from the Storm there. He was I felt like in a normal situation he will probably back off, ball away and pop his regen and wait for wait for the health to come back and before going in again. But instead he tried to get that extra and then he dies.
Oh, Monkey. Incredibly low. Seasmile has come up here yet again to try and TP to defend, but he's blown up. The cookie play from Matthew. Beautifully positioned back onto the Storm while Monkey King, he just waved his hand and said, see ya. I'm backing off of this.
Don't think he expected that amount of burst damage because the snap actually went for the scatter blast and cookie. He didn't get any points in the shredder, so he had a lot of nuke damage.
Not expecting that at all. Well, Maiden is now sitting mid trying to get level 6. She's 2 experience away from it. But how much impact do you think a Freezing Field's going to have in this game?
There is way too many spells that can stop him. So, minimal, I would say. But, he has to try, You're a CM. The way you win the game as a CM, you have to get some crucial Freezing Fields off in the fights.
Good Jira.
You have to pray.
Deforesting that entire top part of the map with a stolen chakram. Dark Margo has a Spirit Vessel. Whisper, kills off Pandamu, but this Invoker is just diving with a backup of the snap. Whisper now TPing up top. He puts himself in harm's way. Dark Margo still has a few spells to play with, and Sacred's arrival, it looks like it's just going to carve through this Bambi. Sunstrike picks her off. Pretty low level 1, but Stinger now arriving, gets the Frostbite onto the Timber. Sacred, he's got so much heal, though, from this reactive armor. Seasmile needs to pump a lot of damage towards him and won't even get the finishing blow. Now Storm's out of mana. They find the Monkey King on the right-hand side, and Stinger Seasmile stuck between a sandwich of 4 Thunder heroes. Vortex and maybe a ball off to the side, but no, Dark Margo has the Tornado. Cookie in as well. And a double kill for Matthew is going to lead to a bloodbath, where basically we have a team wipe. 15 to 4 Winter.
Such a big difference. The old Storm in this fight, after the first initiation, he would still have like at least 300, 400 mana left. But now, even with Arcane Rune, he didn't have enough mana to play that fight.
Yeah, so sad. No nulls. Trying to rush the Orchid. And while this is all happening, we have to, take a peek at this TA, right? She's been farming ancient stacks. She's been building up bank. 7,000 net worth now. And another good cookie in the mid lane. Matthew really on point with that as they find Whisper behind the tower. Burst through the Enchantress and Beastcoast in disarray. Just no idea how they can really battle back as they start to lose objectives now. Oh, Monkey King down bottom. Timbersaw's hunting. Madara, half health. Will try to get the Jingo stacks up on himself. Doesn't get it dispelled by the Tornado, but still going to get finished off. Only hits one with the Boundless. And the fact that Spirit Vessel stops all his heal while Stinger dies elsewhere to Pakaz.
Man, this game feels like it's already over. The players have already given up. They've tried everything. It just feels like everything is like so forced. They know that they don't actually have a carry, so everybody is trying to push things to the max, try to do that little bit extra, but it's not paying off, and in return they're also feeding a lot more.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, in games like these, like I know around TI time, we get the TI heroes, right? We get the Tide, the Enigma, these big team fight, wombo combos. Is that something maybe you look towards when you have a stand-in as well? Just rely on team fight rather than kind of smaller plays?
Storm?
Yeah, Tornado EMP. He's going to get zapped. All his mana gone. And with a Spirit Vessel on him, he's going to die to Sacred's jump. Timber chain straight into the middle of 5 of them. Beastcoast can even kill one hero. Deafening Blast will disarm the Enchantress. Timber chain stolen, and Wukong's command is good, but the kisses from this Snapfire blowing up both Whisper and Monkey. And GG's called. It wasn't even... it was 15 minutes, Winter. Not even 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much they can do already, The game's practically over already when you have this kind of lineup and you didn't win your lanes. This Enchantress, like I said, they went all in for the laning phase. All the lanes didn't exactly went well for them. And they don't really have much tools, after that. The Storm doesn't feel like he's the same hero anymore. He has he has way too much he needs to do. This game's like way too much. He needs to rotate here. He needs to rotate there. He needs to help the Ench get the tower. The Monkey King is under pressure from Timber. He needs to TP top. But at the same time, his own laning phase wasn't great, to begin with. So I just felt there was just way too much he needed to do in this game for them to at least have a chance.
Yeah, there's a lot on the other players' plates. I mean, yeah, a difficult one for them all around. I'm trying to think, we had quite a lot of games in the past that were, 15, 17 minutes or so, but I don't think we've had one in recent time, the past year and a half that's been this quick in the DPC. That's got to be one of the fastest dismantlings of a top tier and a top tier team in a region that I've ever seen. So, of course, the stand-in does come into play, but there we have it. A 2-0 victory for Thunder, of course, securing themselves that top spot. They've got themselves ready and heading to the major, and looks like Beastcoast is going to be going to tiebreakers, as I think. Maybe we can head it back to Arvo. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? It was a quick game. Are you sat down yet? He will be soon. He will be back in a couple of seconds. He's talking in my ear and he's insulting me greatly. Winter, the question I asked you while that game was ending, do you think that going for big team fight wombo combos is something that you should maybe aim towards when you have a stand-in? Is that easier to execute or more difficult to execute when you've got your tides, enigmas, etc.?
I think it doesn't really matter though. I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to make him comfortable. They're trying to figure out. That's why they opened their draft with a very weird selection of heroes. Initially, they went with the Monkey King plus Rubik. And the last game they weren't really sure what to do as well. I mean, it's a very last minute thing. I feel like no matter what you give them, I think it's gonna be a struggle. Whether you go for a team fight lineup, whether you go for a laning phase orientated lineup, I think it's just really difficult given the situation and the circumstances. It's hard to say, oh, they should have done this. It's easier to play, or they should have done that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny to see in the graph that win probability was still like 50-50 until 10, 12, 13 minutes, and then it was like, okay, game's over. But I think Arvo is ready as we head back to him and the panel.
Oh, guys, welcome back to the panel. That was a shellacking. An absolute shellacking. Who would have guessed, Bowie? Enchantress offlane. They didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, Enchantress offlane versus TA, right? You don't really have a lot of coup potential there. All of the team fights.
You can say that again.
All the team fights seem so hard to execute. I guess they talked about the Storm. Like, he just zips in with Arcane Rune. In the past, he felt like such an OP rune on that guy, and then he basically doesn't do anything. It doesn't help that everyone is either a strength hero or a tanky hero on the side of Thunder Awaken. It really felt like they're like, all right, I like this hero, give me this guy. I like this guy, give me this hero. And at the end of the day, it's really hard to play Dota like that if you're against one of the top teams of your region.
That's fair. RDO, they tried both strategies, picking standing hero last, picking standing hero first. Was there any way they could win?
No, I don't think they could win. I feel like they had such a big draft problem for game 2. I'm not sure if K1 is a part of draft, but if it is, it shows right here. Like the draft, this draft was so weird.
I could hear the B coming out before the weird, huh? I wonder if that was the first word you're gonna say. Yes,
No.
I mean, I think they were just a little bit demoralized, right? They understand that they're probably gonna have to play tiebreakers anyways. Like after game 1, maybe they didn't really feel like they had much of a chance. It's tough. I'm not sure how much you know about the rules of standings, Avo. Do you know if they could have gotten a Div 1 from NA? A Div 1 player from NA?
Yeah, that's what I was actually discussing in the chat. I'm not really sure, because I remember this being an issue that was brought up with some other stand that came by here, about someone that was playing in Div 2 NA, perhaps, or Div 1, and they were playing with a team in SA. I don't remember what the actual end-up ruling was, so I don't want to lie to you, Bowie. I'm sorry. But the rules are public on Wikipedia, so we can check it now. You guys want to go check? If you want to go check, Bowie, I would welcome you to.
I mean, just let you know, like, if you want to lie to me, dude, you can do whatever you want. Well, so pretty, I don't care.
That's very sweet of you, Bowie, but I don't want to lie to the viewers. I don't really care about you. The thing here is that usually... usually Beastcoast, they have played with Timado as stand-in, which is what Bowie, I think, is alluding to. That's been the stand-in they've been used forever as the carry whenever Hector didn't want to play. Because they know Beastcoast, they did this thing where they were like, Hector would just wake up one morning, he's like, you know what, I don't really feel like playing feel like playing competitive today. And he would actually do this. And they'd be like, all right, I guess we need a stand. And then Timado would come in. So this was pretty common for them. They played with Madara today. Clearly, Madara was not at the level. It was kind of difficult to play with him, but Beastcoast didn't really showcase besides that. Let's see what Thunder has to say, though, because Panda's here on the line for one last interview this season. And maybe he has some kind words to say for Beastcoast and Madara.